Welcome back. We got a 91 Camaro that I need to figure out something going on with the headlights. They flicker almost like maybe a relay or something's getting hot and giving up. We gotta get the heater hooked up, AC. We need to figure out the check oil tube, which I think, well, we'll figure it all out. But today we're gonna go ahead and start on the heater. Pretty simple process. I just have the heater, the heater core is just unconnected, and I have the outlets on the motor just loop back to themselves. So I think we're gonna start with a simple disconnect, connect, and then we're gonna turn it on and see what happens. Obviously, the first thing that could happen is the heater core leaks straight into the floor. Then we have a mess to clean up, and I have to figure out how to get a heater core out and swap it out. Best case scenario is we hook it up, everything works like it's supposed to. I guess I should mention that it is quite cold outside. We got the little buddy burning in the garage. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Texas, and it is still 30 degrees outside, which is cool. I think I'm going to start by connecting one to the back firewall. May have to move y'all out of the way. Here, you get down in here, you know, check some stuff out. Look at it. There you go. There's piece one. Bring it down here. Now we got it hooked up there. We're going to move y'all over here somewhere. That part I won't be able to see. There you go. Then we're gonna cut it to fit something like that. Keep your knife sharp. I think we'll go ahead and do the exact same thing for the second one. I think last but not least, to kind of get everything away from the carburetor just a touch, I think I'm gonna pull these down together. All right, the hoses are all hooked up. Put a little zip tie on it just to pull this one off away from the carburetor a little bit. And all we got left to do now is to fire up, find out if we got bigger problems. Let's get at it. All right, good news, bad news. Good news is we know whether the heater core is good or not. Bad news is for sure bad. It immediately started pouring out. So I guess we'll start digging into that. All right. We hooked up the heater core, cranked the car, it immediately leaked in the floorboard. We hit up the old O'Reilly's and got another heater core, a little tiny baby thing. Can't imagine that works well. Heater core number is this. We'll find out if it fits or not. I did some internet searching. The way I see it is take the dash off, the dash top off. I think you remove like the center speaker or a speaker to have a little more space. I think it's a center speaker. And then there's an access panel in the floorboard. We're gonna take that off. See where we go from there. I'm probably gonna turn some music on y'all aren't allowed to listen to. So we'll just put y'all on time lapse as I do some stuff. I guess I should say one thing that is unfortunate is we already have our GPS hooked up for our camera, backup camera / mirror. The rear view mirror has a backup camera already built into it. It actually runs at all times. It literally shows you what it sees behind the car as opposed to looking through the rear view, and then when you put it in reverse it shows you. Which I think would actually be great if you had like the louvers on the back glass to keep the heat off the car, something like that. Or if you're driving a van or whatever, it's just like having a rear view mirror that you can actually see out of it. It's like Wolfgang, I don't know, you Amazon it, you can, I think they're probably all about the same. Excuse me. All right, now some time lapse of me pulling a dash out. Okay, looks like that was relatively pointless. Unless, of course, the heater core is on the far right, which I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be more like right about here. And this thing is incredibly packed with ductwork. So it's got your window defroster for your passenger window, your actual defroster, your center AC vents. I mean, it's got a couple of speakers in it, but not what I was thinking. So yeah, we'll start on the bottom and see where we get from there. Okay, got the first panel out. Just the one that you can see down there by your feet, and it uncovered more panels. This thing is just covered in plastic. So now we'll pull, I guess we'll pull this panel off and see where we get to there. All right, after a little car yoga, took the dash out, I think for no reason. I took the under the dash cover off. Then this is part of the ducting. It's the cover that covers up what I believe will be the last bit we have to take off to get to the heater core. And then we'll just stick y'all up in here. And looks like that's our heater core right there. So I took a couple of 7mm. Looks like there's two way back. And then yeah, we'll get that all cleaned out. As you can see, poured rusty water everywhere. awesome. And that is how we ended up motor swapping it, because the person before us, I think, popped the motor in the V6. Alright, so if you look straight back there in the bottom left, there's a hole. And then up there on the top, they're right there on the top, there's one. Then the last two are here and right there. This thing's free and it can slide out. And presto, there's a heater core. Alright, from the outside, we just have to take off the two heater hoses, and then it should be able to pull free. You just watch me put them in, so hopefully you got enough on where those are and what they are. I can't see nothing. Okay. We're gonna do some under dash yoga together on this one. I think I can put this light maybe here. Working terribly, perfect. Okay, we'll just set this light up like this. Good enough. And then see if we can get this out. Had to press that through from the other side a little bit, but now we should be free and clear. I don't think this thing looks like it leaks at all. Alright, got the heater core back in, hooked up the hoses. We're not going to do anything else until we fire this thing up, let it get all the way to temperature, see if the heater core works, because if not, this was all for a terrible waste of time. I have to pull it all apart again. So that's the plan. So much like I don't finish sentences always whenever I'm thinking, I didn't put an outro out for this video. So I threw a hoodie on. It's now 80 degrees outside. And we got the heater core back in, put all the parts back together. Good to go. Camaro is doing its thing. I decided to go ahead and order a set of brand new glass T-tops. They came from Melrose T-top International. The old ones were the polymer style. As you can tell, they were scratched up. The tops of them had warped, and so they had an arch to them. These fit very nice. They come with the glass and then like a metal bracket that's secured onto the glass. I don't know, some kind of super glue. And then you reuse your components. So your latch, your plastics, your handle. It did not come with the drip rail or fresh rubber. So I went ahead and ordered that also. For some reason it didn't come in the original package, so we went ahead and put it together with the old drip rail, which is this piece, and the rubber, which is still in pretty good shape, but I figured we'd just go ahead and get fresh both, and that should take care of that. I also threw some fresh paint down on the back. It did not come out great. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but you know, the guy that did the prep work, he didn't do enough. It did get rid of the rust on the deck lid, so that's kind of nice. Kind of the concept. It looked basically just like that. So that was kind of the concept there. As far as the heater core goes, you do not need to, or for my experience, I did not need to take off the top of the dash. It didn't expose anything to do with the heater core. Other than that, everything went just like the video went. Yeah, I'm trying to get these videos put out. I haven't stopped doing stuff. I just haven't been motivated enough to edit, enough time to edit. Work's been busy. So I literally have my PJ pants on, and I'm putting these things together. So there we go. On to the next one. We'll see you next time.